The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by Next Generation Special Forces, being led by members of Foxhound. They're demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You'll have two mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the president of Armstech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike, and stop them if they do.
What's the insertion method?
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim. High-Tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound. Your former unit, and one that I was a commander of.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mattis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter. And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound's squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake?
The man with the same codename as you. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP?
Yes. This is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
I'm going to swat down a couple of bothersome flies.
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
Just as I expected. You'll have to take the elevator to the surface. But make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
Got it. Okay, I'm ready to go.
So hello and welcome to my Metal Gear Solid playthrough. Got it right that time. Last time I started to say to my Resident Evil playthrough. Wait a second. I thought I saw a second thing in there. Easily one of my all-time favorite games. beaten it a handful of times. I can't even remember how many times I've beaten this game. Oh. And I'm going to try to not talk during the cutscenes, but for people who just want to see me goofing around with the gameplay, I'll try to like provide a skip to this point to come on. Oh, sorry, I'm used to later games where you have to hit it a second time to actually go down on the ground. Forgot this one only has 2. But yeah, I'll try to keep you informed on where to go if you only want to see the gameplay and don't care about the story.
What was that noise?
What was that noise? Swine. Screw with the guards for a moment. Oh, my footprints probably already disappeared. Alright, I need to get moving. So, man, this game was huge for me. I'm probably going to talk a lot during this playthrough. Okay. Before this game, I'd never really thought much. Yeah, you're fine. Look at that dive! Such form, such grace! Okay, we're off to a great start. Anyways, before this game, I had never seen cutscenes just to the extent this game has. The very cinematic, feel very movie-like, and just the level of voice acting, the quality of voice acting, and the overall just presentation and package. This game was head and shoulders above like anything else released at the time. My first experience with it was Special Forces, enhanced vision. They could only see something that's in that code that you see on the radar. I'll continue to sod in a minute. We're going to enter a long cutscene. Say it kind of looks like an elf. I really don't think obviously the graphics are aged. I mean, crap, this game is 21 years old, but I think it looks fine. I mean, for as detailed as they get, it's impressive that you can tell that easily what you're actually looking at. Look at other PlayStation 1 games when they tried getting detailed and the graphics were just so muddy. I'd say the worst problem with this is kind of the shimmery, like everything shakes, but
It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
How's that sneaking suit working out?
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard to move.
Bear with it. It's designed to prevent hypothermia. This is Alaska, you know.
Take it easy, I'm grateful. If it weren't for your suit and your shot, I would have turned into a popsicle out there.
An anti-freezing peptide, Snake. All of the genome soldiers in this exercise are using it.
I see. I'm relieved to hear that. Already tested, huh? By the way, how's the diversionary operation going?
2 F-16s just took off from Galena and are headed your way. The terrorist radar should have already picked them up.
Colonel, what's a Russian gunship doing here?
I have no idea, but it looks like our little diversion got their attention. Now's your best chance to slip in unnoticed. There are only 18 hours left until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
Wow, you must be crazy to fly a hind in this kind of weather.
Who's that?
Oh, sorry. I haven't introduced you to yet. This is Mei Ling. She was assigned to us as our visual and data processing specialist. She designed your codec, as well as your Soliton radar system. Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself. What's wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so cute.
You're just flattering me.
No, I'm serious. Well, I know I won't be bored for the next 18 hours.
Come on. I can't believe I'm being hit on by the famous Solid Snake. But I'm surprised. You're very frank for a trained killer.
Looks like we both have a lot to learn about each other.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to learning about the man behind the legend. But first, let me explain about your Soliton radar system. The bright dot in the middle is you, Snake. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision.
Be careful, Snake. The genome soldiers
this
have
isn't
highly
really
developed
paused, though,
senses
so I can
of
probably
hearing
talk
and vision
over it
due to their
safely.
gene therapy. Make
In
sure
later
you
games,
don't let
Mei
them
Ling
see
comes
you.
back.
First,
Actually, also
I
in
want
the
you to
remake of this
infiltrate the
game.
disposal site and look for the
always
DARPA
the same
chief.
voice actress,
The DARPA
but
chief was injected with the same GPS
she has a
transmitting
noticeably
nanomachines as you.
less thick
He should appear on
accent
your radar as a
in her
green
later
dot.
appearances.
Get whatever information you can from him about the terrorists. If he's alive, that is.
Oh yeah, there was a tiny bit of plot. Go find the DARPA chief.
Snake, your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it.
Yes,
kinda makes no
it
sense.
gets jammed easily, I'm afraid.
Yes,
Jammed because someone
it's all
saw
made from
you?
currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in
Like a
an area
microwave?
with strong harmonic
That exists.
resonance, so be careful.
We'll be monitoring your
harmonica.
movements by radar, so contact us by codec anytime you want.
Got it. I'll call if I'm feeling lonely.
Seriously, Snake, we're here to back you up, so call if you need some information or advice.
I'm also in charge of your mission data. Contact me if you want me to record your current status. My frequency is 140.96. It's a dedicated frequency for saving data. Don't forget it.
Remember, except for your binoculars, you're naked. You need to arm yourself with whatever weapons you can find.
I remember. First, I'm strip searched by Dr. Naomi here, and then all my weapons are taken away. Imagine yourself put in that position.
Well, if you make it back in one piece, maybe I'll let you do a strip search on me.
I'll hold you to that, Doctor. By the way, sorry to disappoint you, but I did manage to smuggle out my smokes.
How did you do that?
In my stomach. Thanks to the shot you gave me that suppressed my stomach acids.
Cigarettes? How are those going to help you?
You never know.
Funny note, the cigarettes actually affect your health in this game. They won't kill you, but they'll drain you down to just a sliver of health left.
If you want to get in, there's the front door. It's the fastest way, but there's too much risk of being spotted by the enemy.
I can't just knock on the door and ask them to let me in. There's one sentry on the left and one on the right. They're armed with 5.56ers and pineapples.
What about the air duct near the door? There should also be a duct on the second floor.
I can't see it from here.
It's right there.
I'll let you decide the best COA. I'm counting on you, Snake.
Oh, don't count on me. All right, I'm in control. Wanna. Oh. Oh, man. The fact that, just little details like the footprints in snow, they disappear slowly to kind of give the feeling that the wind is I can't talk, that the wind's filling them back in. Man, this game blew my mind when I was a kid. Ooh. A security camera? Or surveillance? Oh, man, I guess I'm not a fan. Oh. In later games, you can crawl or walk sideways while crouched. Oh. 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 Okay, there's probably going to be a lot of that. Okay, in all honesty, I can't remember what I was talking about when he got on the elevator, so I'm just going to guess. I assume it had to do with, he's asleep. You can see the Z's. It had to do with when I my first experience with this game, which would have been a demo disc, actually. He's going up and around. A Pizza Hut demo disc. And it's quite the demo disc, actually. It came with this game with Crash Bandicoot 3, with Tomb Raider, I believe 3, Gran Turismo, and Medieval. Where are you? Okay, this could be bad. Okay, he's out there again. So, the Metal Gear Solid demo, it had that basement area and this area. And, man, I played through that so many times. I want to say there were a couple extra weapons hidden in this area, or items that you wouldn't normally have this early in the game. Just so you could have a little extra fun. And basically, yeah, I know, there's the vent. Basically, I think it would let you get to a point where you could see the next area, and then it would stop you. As soon as the game actually starts now, she's like, "You're not paying attention to me." Okay. Gonna meet Master Miller.
Snake, this is McDonald Miller. It's been a long time.
Master, what are you doing here?
I quit being a drill instructor, so I moved out here for some peace and quiet. I'm in retirement, just like you. Once in a while, I still help train the Alaskan Scouts.
Passing on the skills to a new generation, huh?
Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots about survival in a harsh environment. I've lived in Alaska longer than you, so call me if you have any questions about the flora or fauna out here. My frequency is 141.80.
He has a lot of information that's kind of useless to you in this early game. I mean, it's cool, he'll give you information on the animals you see and plants and everything. But that's kind of stuff that didn't really affect the game until you get to Metal Gear Solid 3. I think there's a conversation. Oops. Wait. Where's... I thought there was a grate here. Huh, maybe not. Oh, jeez. Here's the grate. Oh, I thought it was an optional thing. Nope, it pulls you out.
I moved the DARPA chief to the cell in the first floor basement.
What about the vent shaft cleaning?
They just opened the vent covers. They're about to start spraying for rats.
First floor basement ventilation shaft.
Shut those covers as soon as they're done spraying. Also, keep your eye on that woman in the cell. Don't get careless now.
Woman in the cell? Did something happen?
There's an intruder.
Really?
He's already done 3 people.
He's killed 3 people?
Yeah. Say he's using stealth, too.
Stealth? There's an intruder besides me?
Well, I haven't
Anyway,
killed
I
3
want you to
people yet,
increase
so
the
yeah.
security detail on the chief.
So after playing the demo for just who knows how many hours altogether, eventually I did play the real game. If I remember correctly, the first time I played the real game, a friend of mine brought it over. He was spending the night, and my word, I played that game so long that night. I think the first night we got to where you switch a disc. I don't think we beat it the first night. We definitely did beat it during his visit, but they just tell me I can go down. Yeah. Then, oh, I already have all the rations I can hold. All right. Cool. Okay. Couldn't remember which button. But yeah, then eventually bought it, beat it. Who knows how many more times. Just love the series ever since. I'll see what that one is.
Use the elevator to change floors. There should...
Moving too slow. Oh, you can kind of see it on that door there. You can see a little bit of a 2. The doors all have key cards, and so you can only go into you can only enter if you have the proper card. Trying to remember for this game if you have to have them actually like hold the card or not, or if you can just run into it. I know on the previous games you had to actually select the cards to be able to go in the door. Like, even though this is titled Metal Gear Solid, this is technically Metal Gear 3. Well, it's literally Metal Gear 3. Yeah, there was Metal Gear 2, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, Metal Gear Solid 4, Metal Gear Solid 5, Metal Gear Rising. Oh, and in between there was also Metal Gear Peace Walker. Crawling under tanks. Ooh, something over there. No. The reason I was having trouble in there is because in here it goes to first person view. They said first floor basement, so view 1. I'm gonna go a tiny bit long. Yeah, I know, I can see him too.
Look at the radar.
Get to the first
it's
real
picking
action
up the DARPA
scene.
chief. He's the green dot. Hurry and rescue him.
Hurry and rescue him. Oops, no. Not what I meant to do.
Look at the radar. It's
Just get out of there. Oh. Hey, look at that. Yeah, no, I'm almost done. Oh. It's the simple joys in life. Oh my word. Is this how to climb up a ladder?
Snake, if you want to go...
Okay, yeah. There's one. I'm going to show you one Easter egg here, but skip the second. I'll explain the second, but oops, wrong button.
Oh, kinda damn cold. I hate Alaska. Boy, oh boy, that woman is built all right.
That might seem small, but that was Johnny Susaki, or Sasaki, how you pronounce his name. And although I don't think they ever say his name in this game, man, he shows up in every game. Either him or a family member of his. Like Metal Gear Solid 3 takes place in the 60s. Chronologically, it's the first game in the series. And so it's Johnny's grandfather. The other Easter egg that I'm not going to do just because of how long it takes. Up here a little ways, the first opening pass, you'll look down and see a woman named Meryl. You can see that she's doing an exercise.
Not him.
Not him. Can't believe Snake just assumed. Anyways, if you go all the way back down the ladder, they climb back up and look at her again, she's doing a different exercise. You do that like 3 or 4 times. I think the first 3 times it's different exercises. And then all of a sudden she's not wearing pants, just her underwear and tank top. And it's like the most pointless Easter egg, and it takes forever because of how slow you move back and forth. And it's like, man, even back then when this was top of the line graphics, I couldn't have. It's weird looking back at games like this, like Tomb Raider, and trying to remember being just like a young teenager with hormones out of balance, thinking like, was I actually attracted to some of this stuff?
Anderson, right?
You here to save me, huh?
Here to
What's
save.
your outfit?
I'm the pawn they sent here to save your worthless butt.
Really? It's true.
My butt is worthless.
You don't look like one of them.
Oh.
In that case, hurry up and get me out of here.
Slow down. Don't worry. First, I want some information about the terrorists.
The terrorists?
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuke?
What are you talking about?
The terrorists are threatening the White House. They say if they don't accede to their demands, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Sweet Jesus.
Is it possible?
It's possible. They could launch a nuke.
How do they plan to launch? I thought this place was just for keeping the dismantled warheads. They shouldn't have access to a missile.
What I'm about to tell you is classified information. Okay? We were conducting exercises with a new type of experimental weapon. A weapon that will change the world.
What?
A weapon with the ability to launch a nuclear attack from any place on the face of the Earth. A nuclear-equipped walking battle tank.
Metal Gear. It can't be.
You knew? Metal Gear is one of the most secret black projects. How did you know that?
We've had a couple of run-ins in the past. So that's the reason you were here at this disposal site?
Why else would I come to a godforsaken place like this?
I had heard the Metal Gear project was scrapped.
On the contrary, it's grown into a huge joint project between ArmsTech and ourselves. We were going to use this exercise as raw data and then proceed to mass production. If it hadn't been for the revolution.
Revolution?
Rex has fallen into the hands of terrorists.
Rex?
Metal Gear Rex. The code name for the new Metal Gear prototype. They're probably already finished arming the warhead they plan to use with Rex. These guys are pros. They're all experienced in handling and equipping weapons.
Hey! Shut up in there, will ya?
They're pros, but apparently he thinks that this guy's just had this massive conversation talking to himself.
But I thought that all nuclear warheads were equipped with safety measures. Some kind of detonation code that you have to input.
Oh, you mean PAL? Yes, of course, there is a PAL. It's set up so that you need to input 2 different passwords in order to launch the device.
There are 2 passwords?
Yes. Baker knows one, and I know one.
Baker? The president of ArmsTech?
That's right. Each of us needs to input our password, or there can be no launch. But they found out my password.
You talked?
Psycho Mantis can read people's minds. You can't resist.
Psycho Mantis?
One of the members of Foxhound. He has psychic powers.
This is bad.
That's an understatement.
It's just a matter of time before they get Baker's too.
If they find out Baker's password...
Yes, they'll be able to launch a nuke anytime. But there is a way to stop the launch.
What?
The card keys.
Card keys?
They were designed by ArmsTech, the system developers, as an emergency override. Even without the passwords, you can just insert the card keys and engage the safety lock.
And if I do that?
Yes. You can stop the launch.
That card key.
So where are the keys?
Baker should have them. Listen, you need 3 card keys. There are 3 different slots to put them in. You need to insert a card into each one of them.
Okay, 3 card keys. Do you know where they might be keeping Baker?
Somewhere in the 2nd floor basement.
2nd floor basement?
I heard the guards say they moved him to an area that has a lot of electronic jamming.
Any other clues?
Yes, they cemented over the entrances, but didn't have enough time to paint them. Why don't you look for the areas where the walls are a different color? Here, take this. It's my ID card. It'll open any level 1 security door. It's called a PAN card. It works together with your body's own electrical field.
Personal area network, huh?
It transmits data using the salts in your body as the transmission medium. As you approach the door's security
That
devices,
sounds like science.
they'll read the data stored in the card.
Card that works with your
And the doors will open automatically. Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here.
Wait a minute.
What is it?
You haven't heard any other way to disarm the PAL, have you? From your bosses or anyone?
No.
Are you sure you haven't heard anything?
I just said no.
So does the White House plan to give in to the terrorists' demands?
That's their problem. It has nothing to do with my orders.
But what about the Pentagon?
Pentagon? What is it?
Hey, what happened?
I'll admit, when I was a kid, that kind of weirded me out. I was probably like 13 when I played this. Might have been 14. But yeah, there's a few spots that kind of weirded me out. One boss fight creeped me out, but it'll be a while before I get to that.
The chief. What happened?
I don't know. It looked like a heart attack, but...
A heart attack? No.
Colonel, are you hiding something from me?
Absolutely not. Snake, you've got to understand. This op is security level red. You need the highest security clearance to get access to the complete file.
You want me to believe that you're in charge of this op, but you don't have complete access to the file?
I told you. The Secretary of Defense is in operational control. I'm just here as your support. Snake, we don't have time to debate. Get out of there and find President Baker.
Well, okay then. Oh, I missed her walking by. Or I'm sorry, missed the guard. You see someone in a guard uniform walk by, and I sent him to give him an extra toilet paper roll. All right. So there's an action scene here, and I'm going to call it an episode after that. And the naked guy. By the way, the naked...
So you killed the chief, you bastard!
The naked guy is that guy we saw in the toilet earlier, Johnny.
Liquid? No, you're not. Don't move!
Is this the first time you ever pointed a gun at a person? Your hands are shaking. Can you shoot me, rookie?
Careful, I'm no rookie.
Liar. That nervous glance, that scared look in your eyes. They're rookie's eyes if I ever saw them. You've never shot a person, am I right?
You talk too much.
You haven't even taken the safety off, rookie.
I told you I'm no rookie!
You're not one of them, are you?
Open that door. You've got a card, don't you?
Why?
So we can get the hell out of here.
Looks like we'll be a little delayed.
What are you doing? Don't think! Shoot!
Ah!
What are you waiting for? Shoot!
Don't talk to me like a rookie.
I'm telling you, shoot!
Aim at him. Aim at someone. Raising your gun up. If you have the rations equipped, he automatically uses them. It's good for boss battles.
Thanks for the help.
You're welcome.
Wait! Who are you?
I should point out there's a lot of like little perverted moments in this series.
You fool! You've killed him!
I'm sorry, sir. His mental shielding was very strong. I could not dive into his mind.
Now we'll never get that detonation code.
Boss, I have a good idea.
So it wasn't super easy to tell, but that was the DARPA chief on the table there, the guy you supposedly just saw die. I think it's a conversation later. Yeah. Where you find out that the guy you talk to is actually Decoy Octopus. Hold on. Psycho Mantis. Good times.
Good girl. Just like that.
But anyways, yeah. They killed Baker, so they had Decoy Octopus, Master of Disguise.
I just had some kind of hallucination. Is it
pretend
from the
to be
nanomachines?
No, Snake. The nanomachines are functioning properly.
So what was it?
It must have been psychometric interference coming from Psycho Mantis, Foxhound's psychic.
So
Think of it as a
psych
mental
in that.
feedback loop.
So that was Mantis.
All right. I think that's a... Oh. It does. Oh, I hate that. In later games, if you have them in your inventory, the doors automatically open. This one, you have to equip it. That's annoying. Well, I'm just gonna stand here by my naked friend. And call it an episode. Don, wise words from Mei Ling. And thank you for joining me for this first episode. Oops.
Snake, Psycho Mantis.
Ah, that's not who I wanted. Oh, that was probably important. Who cares?
What is it, Snake? Snake, remember what the Gaul said. The graveyards are full of indispensable men. Snake, you're all alone and surrounded by bad guys. Try to be careful and avoid getting into a fight whenever you can.
You're right. Wow, you know all sorts of great quotes, don't you?
Well,
That was the
both
first
my
quote.
parents are from Guangdong, China. But I was born and raised in America. I've always liked reading literature from both sides. Kinda keeps me in touch. I'll share some more quotes with you if you like.
I'm looking forward to it. But to tell you the truth, I'd like to learn more about you.
Well, I'll think about it.